For the next 2 days, we'll be introducing young startup founders who are the next generation of disruptors. Our first for Unstoppable Africa 2025 is taking locally grown spices and herbs and through advanced science, transforming them into high-value cosmetic ingredients for the global market, all while raising the incomes of over 300 female farmers. This is a value revolution in a bottle. Please welcome to the stage Irene Simon-Ivambi, founder and CEO of Marembo Naturals. Irene. Big round of applause for Irene as she comes together. She's from Tanzania. I'm excited to introduce my fellow East African.
Yes.
Mambo.
Boa.
How are you doing?
Great.
Tell me a little bit about Marembo Naturals and what you do.
Okay, Marembo Naturals is a Tanzanian company. We are producing organic cosmetics and raw materials by sourcing our ingredients like herbs, spices, cocoa, and different fruits directly from 300 women farmers that we're working with. And we are using different advanced technology to extract raw materials. And also we are using digital traceability tools. Like here I have orange oil. It has a barcode. If you scan,
right,
you'll be able to know who is the farmer, the type of the farming she's using. Also, you'll be able to, there's a coordinate, so you'll be able to see the farm.
Oh, just by scanning this QR code on the packaging, you can tell exactly where this came from.
Yes.
And what kind of practices they use.
Yes.
That's incredible. Mm-hmm. How did you get into this?
Okay, so in 2019, we started producing cosmetics, and we realized 90% of raw materials we had to source outside Tanzania or East Africa. While in Tanzania, up to 45% of these ingredients are rotten or discarded every year.
Right.
That's how we came up with this idea. So we started cooperating with different farmers and extracting these raw materials.
And the farmers you work with, they've been able to raise their incomes by up to 40%.
Yes.
How did that happen? Tell us about how different your model is.
Okay, so initially they were losing their crops, especially during the season because of overproduction. But now, after starting working with them, we are paying them fairly, and we are buying almost all of their crops, extracting them to different oils and butter, and that's how they raise their income up to 40%.
Where are you selling?
We are selling in Africa and outside the Africa, yes.
We've been talking about the African Continental Free Trade Area here. If more markets across the continent were open to you, where can you take this?
Africa, of course, because now Africa, we have resources, we have everything, but still we are buying outside the Africa. So we'll be able to distribute within Africa.
And you're doing a business that's dominated by a lot of multinationals.
Yes.
You are an entity, an individual playing in that space. How does it feel?
It feels great, and with the support of UNDP through their program Timbuktu, they supported us into different tools on how we can become more global, on how we can be more, improve the quality and things of the like. Yeah.
What's your word for other female entrepreneurs across the continent? What have you learned in this journey?
To be able to work with people locally. By working with people locally, they'll be able to improve their livelihood, but also to increase their the income. But also they will be able to get more, to increase the economy within Africa.
Brilliant. Mm-hmm. Irene, hongera sana,
Thank
asante
you.
sana.
Asante.
That was wonderful. A big round of applause for Irene and Mrembo Naturals. You should buy her products. Online?
Yes, we are available. We have e-commerce website.
Wonderful. Another big round of applause for Irene and Mrembo Naturals from Tanzania. So you'll be hearing from more unstoppable African startups over the next 2 days, and these are presented in partnership with the UNDP's Timbuktu initiative. Right now, it's time for me to bring back my co-host, Folly, to tell us what else is happening. So far, the conversations were fired up. We're hearing great viewpoints.
It's been incredible, right? The conversations have been great, and we're coming up in a minute to talk about our themes, because we have themes throughout the next 2 days that we're going to unveil and that we're going to dive deep into. We've got energy, which will be our first theme in a moment.
Okay.
Trade, digital, creatives,
I feel like she's quizzing me, and I should know this. I should have studied for this overnight. Anyway, I will leave it to you.
Thank you so much, Larry. Thank you to Larry and Irene. Please, a round of applause to Larry and Irene. You know, we heard that passion, that innovation is the engine of the big push. So if you're enjoying Unstoppable Africa this year, we're asking why not partner with us in 2026? And so that way we can have an even more impactful Africa. So join us in shaping Africa's future. All you do is scan the QR code on your screen. Hopefully you will see that very soon. Scan the QR code. And then share your details and we'll be in touch, because we want you to be part of this movement, not just the conversations here, but in shaping what we do over the next 5 years, over the next year, over the next 10 years. So you have to partner with us. QR code hopefully will come up and we'll do that. So what is it that makes Africa truly unstoppable, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we asked hundreds of people around the world what makes Africa unstoppable, and this is what they had to say. Hopefully it'll come up in a moment. What makes Africa unstoppable? It's also something that we'd like you to think about as we're here. What makes Africa unstoppable? And if you have time, go to our Unstoppable TV channel and chat to them about it, about your ideas. And hopefully we'll see that in a second. Now, we will move on in a second to our other conversations for the day. As we mentioned with Larry, we're talking about trade, we're talking about digital innovation, the creatives. We'll have music later on for you today. We're also talking, of course, about energy. And, okay, this is about joining the Unstoppable Africa movement. We'll get there to a minute, but I want to get to our next conversation, which is about powering Africa. How do we do that? You know, progress relies on powering these industries, the communities and ideas.